what a great spot from Shoop at the end.
Yeah, very nicely done. And now Shoop just has that Control Warrior left. Has to find a win against the Reno Lock or the Control Warrior of the Rat. So, I mean, if I know anything about Hearthstone, this might come down to Control Warrior Mirror to end it all.
Yeah.
Rat's probably going to throw out the Reno Warlock here. Which means,
I don't know. They just
Shoop is going to have to find a win there.
They just throw out the Warrior and say, hey, I got to win this one anyway. Let's see if we can get this one over with. It's going to be a long battle anyway. Do you want to just add more time to that?
Yeah.
In the right situation. But it doesn't really matter what he throws out here. He's got to win with both.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, like I said, I think the Reno is really well set up against Warriors right now. But the Warrior build from the Rat, we didn't see the entire thing. We have seen the entire thing from Shoop. And we saw the crazy luck he got from Elise. If he can duplicate that situation, there's no way he's going to lose.
Yeah.
When you test wits and will.
Fair enough.
It's everything else. Let the cards decide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So players taking their time on this one. I mean, it's been some long, grueling matches. They've been playing back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't blame anyone for taking breaks at this point. TJ and I are not just talking to hear the sound of our own voice. We've been casting here now for 7.5 hours now at this point.
Indeed.
Yep. And we got a long day tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Tomorrow we're going to have the end of the Open at Philly Comic-Con. Also going to have the finale to feature number 3 with the finals. So, lots of Hearthstone still to come. It's a good thing I love Hearthstone.
I love Hearthstone.
It's a good thing.
God, I love Hearthstone. I just like games, I think, too. I play so many different games.
Some games that I hate.
Like every game that I love.
Yeah.
Except Hearthstone. TJ will always try the games I recommend to him, and then he'll quit them in like a week.
Yep. It's a true story.
I haven't been able to find a good game, buddy.
Yeah.
That's all I really want from life.
I have a very short attention span with pretty much everything. Except Hearthstone.
Except for the 7.5 hour Hearthstone broadcast.
Yeah. Even then I have a short attention span.
You can tell by the plays you suggest. But
yeah. And we did get word earlier, and we didn't talk about it, and I have no idea. It's completely out of context for both of us. But Killin' All Day has won the chat grudge match. There you go. There's the announcement.
Yep.
It's out of the way.
Killin' All Day is right, and whoever was against him is definitely wrong.
Good job. Great job, Killin' All Day. You're the best.
You guys haven't
checked out North America.
If you guys haven't checked out Killin' All Day, by the way, seriously recommend doing so. Very strong Hearthstone player who's consistently hitting those legend ranks and making those serious pushes. I've played against him quite a bit on ladder. He is some good.
He's also very good at chat.
One of the finest. You know what? When I think of like the guys who are really good at chat, I think like Timo and Zanbot.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mob Goblin. And I think Killin' All Day.
Yeah, those are the exact 3 names that pop into my head.
Yep. So Shoop going to look to try to build a big armor total here, and Brian the Rat Cortege is going to look to build a giant hand, get to that combo spot, force some damage on the Shoop into an uncomfortable position, then finish him off with that burst. So easy slam fiery War Axe here. And a couple shield blocks in hand. Shield block's actually really important in this matchup to be able to keep up with what the Warlock players do. They're getting in so many life taps and keeping the pressure so high that buying yourself the extra time with that life and then also digging deeper into your deck for the right answers, it's something that's really undervalued, and especially early on in the game. Because early on in the game, it's like kind of the time where you're floating lots of mana, not really doing much because the Warlock tends to kind of play a slower game. So when you're able to use them early, it's so good. And like this is like the common Warrior turn 5 in these style of matchups is just build a big armor total, use Shield Slam for tempo, and then try to get minions on board to buy you back the time that you lost early on because your minions just aren't super effective in the first 6 turns of the game.
Yeah. But Rat picking up Twilight Drake, which is a really solid threat at this stage. He's going to go ahead and throw that out there. Shoop does have Shield Slam to answer it, but he would have to use Shield Block, or he could armor up, Shield Slam, Ravaging Ghoul. Could be an option as well.
Yeah, curious what he's going to value here more, whether or not holding on to the activator for Execute, or rather the better activator for Execute with Ravaging Ghoul, or just go ahead and get the Shield Block out of the way right now. Shield Block will allow him to armor up as well again, but he just keeps taking the hits from that Refreshment Vendor.
Yeah. Okay. Well, picks up Acolyte of Pain. Starts getting that armor total up there as well. Let's find some more things to do in the meantime, but the Rat has found 2 pieces. Yep. It's a green light.
But also no answer, or no easy answer to this Emperor Thorson. I mean, right now we're looking at Revenge Ravaging Ghoul, attack it with the Fiery War Axe. And with nothing else in hand, this has got to be done. You cannot let Emperor live in this matchup.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. He's rolling into a Rag turn, even though that will be matched fairly easily. And then he also has to worry about this Rag from the Rat, which is, oh my goodness, going to do work. And this might have to come down to Shoot playing his own Rag into this to try and answer it.
I mean, I don't see another way he can get out of this. So he doesn't have an Execute activator. He doesn't have armor to Shield Slam. He has to go for Ragnaros. And then pray to RNGesus. Here we go. Senor del Fuego. One shot, one man, one way, one face.
Yep.
This is horrible news for Shoop. I mean, the Rat at this point just has an embarrassment of riches.
Mm-hmm. He can just big game Hunter and just say go. I mean, he's got so much damage sitting in his hand. How does Shoop come back in this one? He might not even find a way into this, back into this game.
Oh my!
Oh, he could Sylvanas and Overwhelming to get 2 Rags.
Yeah, oh. I think you steal. I mean, given what you just saw last turn, this steal is putting 16 onto Shoop.
Yep.
There's just no way.
This game might just be over.
It's still going to debate it though. Now, yeah, if nothing else, just for the camera spot.
Yeah.
Give the people what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Give them what they want. Yeah, big game. I guess a good point here is that does Sylvanas actually die before the Ragnaros shot? So the Ragnaros could hit the Ragnaros and then potentially not steal it.
That could be. I mean, they're both at the end of the turn effects, but I always felt like Rag resolved last.
I think it's order of end of turn, like entry.
Yeah.
What now?
That's true. I mean, he could hope that Rag would hit face. If not, that would be incredibly embarrassing.
I know mine would.
It's a
snap go for it for me. I've trained my Ragnaros well, but only in the situations where I need him to go face. That's it. Like if I need him to hit a 3/3, he's like, overkill 5, don't deal any damage. I'm like, oh, thanks, Ragnaros. It's even a golden one. I even upgraded him. Even the shrine and everything. I'm just going to be... This is desperation if you've ever seen it.
Is there a lethal in here? Not quite. I mean, he can go... No.
Because it looks like...
Well, even if then, he would have to worry about the whelps. There's no way he can isolate the face.
That's very true.
So...
There's still plenty of ways to handle this.
I mean, he can just Siphon Soul, plop down that Imp Gang boss, and keep letting Rag do its thing. You saw that he didn't have a way to deal with Rag for 2 turns in a row.
I mean, he can kind of do whatever he wants. The only thing he can't do is life tap first because he's got 10 cards in hand.
Well, he could even do that, Admirable.
He'd still probably be okay. Yeah, just keep the Rag pressure going. Shoop he's in dire straits.
Yeah.
The Rat's making sure he's not going to get this money for nothing. Just keep more Ragnaros fodder. This is the worst feeling. You're like, yeah, you go out to die to Ragnaros next. Like, I don't wanna.
Okay, well,
Is this like can Spellbreaker the Ragnaros at this point?
you could Spellbreaker the Rag.
3, 6, 10. So he's got Spellbreaker Rag 8 and then 10. Yeah, this is lethal here. You Spellbreaker Ragnaros, use Shadow Bolt and Imp Gang Boss to take out the Bloodhoof Brave, Leroy Power Overwhelming, and I think he spots this.
Yeah. I think there's a few ways to do it. You can Spellbreaker your Rag, Leroy the Bloodhoof Brave,
And Power Overwhelming as well.
Power Overwhelming Abusive Sergeant, your one of either your Rag or your Imp Gang Boss.
Yeah. Clearly, he senses something's up. And
Yeah.
given how grueling the match has been so far, I don't blame anyone for taking time right here. Like, if you mess this one up, this would be the most embarrassing play of all time. And so you
Yeah.
can't afford to do that. Yep. Just easy stuff here.
Spots it.
Take this out. Up and
Golf
shoot.
claps all around.
Yep. Move
Wow,
on
we gotta
game.
zoom in on Shoop's fingers.
Look at the hand.
Woo.
Look at the moves. Game number 5. The Rat ties it up.
And it all comes down to take up.
My favorite. If you guys are looking for some more Hearthstone action, you have found it. Because we have another match after this one. And we're going to
Two
game
more
5.
matches after this one.
2 more matches. And we're going to the tank up. God bless.
Well,